Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. I'm going to be showing you these 3 cards, or one of them actually. And so I headed a team event at the end of September, couldn't think. The end of September I did a team event and I shared 4 projects with them, actually 5 technically. And this was part of one of them, and it was, I gave everybody 10 note cards and 10 envelopes and then enough card stock to do all of these, and then a box which I'm going to show you at the end of the week. And I just thought I'd show you these. Now, I use our note cards and envelopes such a lot. I find them, they're brilliant for me to do thank you cards, but they're actually they're nice to have on hand. So these are the card stocks. The cards, you get a pack of 20 with obviously matching envelopes. They're a little bit shorter and narrower than an average size card. So that's the standard British C6 card. So that's the size of it in comparison. But yeah, good to work with. So how I work out how I'm going to do my layers, 'cause I'm going to have 2 layers on here. Depends if I fancy working in metric or imperial. But I measure the folded card. So that gives me my first layer. Let me get my trimmer out. So I'm going to have a piece that is 8.5 by 12 and a bit. That's so technical. But yeah, I'm just going to go 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower. If you work in imperial, go 1/4 inch shorter and narrower. So that's my black layer that's going to go over there. And you see I get a nice little border. And then I'm going to do the same with white. Go 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower than this one. And yeah, the 1/2 centimetre, the 1/8 of an inch rule, in inverted commas, works very well. It just means that you get that uniformity to it all the way round. And so that lines up all the way round nice and neatly, as does that one too. See? Very cool. Okay, what I asked the team to do was bring the Joyful Life stamp set with them, or if they didn't, something with like an open greeting that they could do some colouring with. And then I asked them to bring their favourite colouring medium. So it could be pastels, it could be regular markers, watercolour pencils, whatever. And so that's what we worked with. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with my little hedgehog, because I like the hedgehog. I think she's super cute. And grab a block and line up. It is so windy here today. Do you know what I'm lining up? I'm lining the bowl to make sure that doesn't go over. Right. I have got a new stays on, but I can't work out which one is my new one, because I would suspect it's that one. I managed to get them muddled up. Oops. Yeah, so I had them doing some stamping and some colouring. Okay. So I'm going to go sort of in the upper half, up there. Oh, hello Berry, you don't come on camera very often. And then, friends like you make life a joy. I just think that's a lovely phrase. So it was a nice gentle time for everybody just to chill and chat and catch up, really, 'cause it's been 2 years since we had an event together. And it was nice to see lots of everybody doing something just a tiny little bit different. There were lots of different stamp sets on the go. Okay, I want that to dry a little bit. Dry, dry, dry. It's not going to, is it? So I like to use my watercolour pencils for things like this. So what I'm going to do is zoom in. And I'm going to bring out my various colours that I want to use. So early espresso for the hedgehog. What did I use last time? Oh, apparently I used early espresso. I went with a pink apron, but I'm going to go Bermuda Bay for the apron. A little bit of holly, garden green. I'm guessing they're probably satsumas, so I'm going to go pumpkin pie, obviously. I think I might give a little pink cheeks this time. And what colour bowl? I don't know. rich razzleberry. And all I do is I just scribble. Now it depends on how dark or light you want it, but I'm not going up to the edges, not a worry. So let me just bring this in. So if you go light, that's a light touch, and dark, or thick I should say, you're going to get a different result. So this is my blender pen, which has got magic liquid inside. I have genuinely no idea what is inside it, but it's like magic. So that's quite a washed out look, but I'm going to get a much richer look with this. And you just scribble to clean. And just scribble away until no more colours coming off. See, told you, magic. Okay, so like I said, I plonk on all my colours. Plonk on all my colours first, and I don't worry at all about going up to the lines. That's not an issue. I'm going to give it little pink cheeks this time. And for her spiky hedgehog, I'm kind of liking that this looks like a British hedgehog. I have hedgehogs in my garden, and I know when I've shown pictures or videos of these hedgehogs in my garden before, lots of folks said, "Is that a hedgehog? I didn't know that's what hedgehogs look like. It's amazing you have them wild." Yes, we do. Didn't know there was a different kind of hedgehog. Cajun craze, we'll just give it, you know, orangey feet. Okay, so those colours are on there, all kind of messy. It's not good, is it? So, I'm just going to take my little blender pen, and what I'm doing is I'm picking up that colour and moving it around, and now I can move it up to the edge, and then I'll bring in this one that I had before. Let's turn it over and scribble off. And I just find this so wonderfully easy to do. I don't have to worry about, you know, whether I can, you know, whether I'm right up to the lines or too far over the lines or whatever it is, because the tip of this is so pointed. Oh, is it going to focus? It's going to focus on everything but. If I hold it over, it is a really, really pointed tip. So yeah, you know, super precise. And yeah, I love it. I love this. I do remember as a child being given watercolour pencils and thinking, have I got to dip these in water first and then work with them, which just made a mess of my paper and card and what have you. So as an adult, coming to watercolour pencils and realising, oh yeah, I got that wrong. I forgot to do her paws. And actually seeing the proper way to use watercolour pencils. It's just revolutionary. Okay. And then we'll get all her lovely spikes. Isn't she just adorable though? Mm-hmm. Just too cute. And she's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom back out again and then finish off the card for you. And yeah, I keep all my watercolour pencils in a fabulous Stampin' Up mug I got quite a few years ago. Right, let's start layering these up. So, oh, the Stampin' Seal's run out. Let's get a new one. Oh, I've got a whole new one. Oh, okay, not just a refill. Okay. Oh, lose the lid. So onto there like that, and then what I gave to everybody, I actually had about 15 rolls of this lovely gingham ribbon, And I just shared it out across the tables and said, there you go. Help yourself, ladies. And just a little at the bottom. I'm not going to do battle and tire bow. I actually went with different finishes on all three of my cards, mostly because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out and whether I was going to like the result. This was the one I liked best of all, the gingham. But I gave them options. So there we go. That one there. And onto the card front. And if you were to cut all of your layers of black and all of your layers of white ready in advance and then just do a whole batch of stamping afterwards, I'm going to make a faux bow now. And yeah, do the stamping and the colouring afterwards. Nice way to mass produce, but actually what I was doing was showing everybody that this makes a really ideal gift, particularly if you're going to give it to somebody who maybe isn't into crafting yet, and it would be a good thing to get them started with, just to show them what they could do. And little bow on there, just like that. And that is very nice, I think. So yeah, so that was one of the projects from the weekend. I'm trying to think. Yes, you'll have seen one on Monday, this one today, and then there'll be another Christmassy one on Friday, the other part of this. So anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.